Hey guys, Alex Torelli, quick video for you today. I put out a poll on my Twitter a couple days ago about trying to understand what people value and the relationship between how they value time and how they value money. The question was, you're 50 years old, you have $10 million, you can go back to being 30, but you only have $100,000, would you do it? And about 40% of the people voted no, but there were some problems with this question because it's like, do you keep your knowledge? What happens to your wife and kids? Like, are you going to remake the money again? And so it was so hard to answer that I just feel like the question was screwed up. So I was like, all right, I'm just trying to understand if people value 20 years of life at $9.9 million or 99% of their net worth, whatever it is, would you make this trade? And so I rephrased the question. You're 50 years old, you have $10 million, would you give 9.9 million of it for 20 more years of life? In other words, would you pay 9.9 million for 20 years of life? Same exact results. 42% of people that voted no. So now I'm just behooved. I'm thoroughly confused. I don't get it. And I'm making this video because anytime that I am something is so binary for me, I'm so on one side of a situation, there's definitely a chance I'm missing something, or there's a chance that 42% of people are just confused. So I'd love to know the thoughts of both sides of this. I don't mean this video to be any judgment. I have very strong views about this that I'm going to share with you, but I want to let you guys know that I love you whether you voted yes or no. I don't really care, but I'd love to hear your thoughts regardless in the comments below. So I voted, I am in the yes yes snap call in 1 second voting yes category. And fundamentally, I view it as a yes for two reasons. One is that I don't believe that in this case quantity is more important than quality, because I don't believe that the 10 million or the 9.9 million additional dollars will have that big of an impact on what I'm going to do, because my happiness derives from things that don't require 9.9 million extra dollars, like my relationships, how I spend my time, and mainly my freedom. And I believe with $100,000 and 20 additional years, not only can I potentially achieve more than 10 million, I actually think I could, but aside from that, even if I knew my net worth was going to be 100,000 for the rest of my life, or even if I knew I was going to make $50,000 a year, I would snap in a second, absolutely hands down, slam dunk, accept this wager, because I just believe that my happiness is going to be very close to the same. It might be a little higher with 10 million, I'll give you that, but it's certainly not going to be an order of magnitude higher to which I would forego 20 years of life. So for me, I'm just really confused, and I would also challenge people that voted no under this assumption that their life would somehow be better with additional money, to challenge where they're spending their time that's not bringing them happiness in a free way, like relationships. So that was a big concern of mine. One caveat I'd like to say before I go forward is that I could understand I can get behind voting no. In other words, I could get behind keeping the money if you're gonna do something altruistic, like say, well, it's selfish to keep the money just for my one life that I'm saving. I'm gonna donate all the money to charity, and I can't make that money back in the 20 years, so I'm gonna donate the money. I'm okay with that as a yes. I think we should just kind of remove that as an option, because it sort of skews the results, and it's not really the purpose of the exercise. But certainly not everyone that voted no would be in that camp. So anyway, the second reason I have a problem with voting no is that we're basically trading a finite resource for an infinite one, and just fundamentally I can't get behind that. Money is a renewable resource. There's lots of abundance of money in the universe. $10 million is something that could be made theoretically in those 20 years, but even if it couldn't, money is just something you could always get more of. And I understand it's important and precious, and it is scarce for some people, but it's something that you can get back, you can make more of, you can find a way to earn money. Time is something that's probably the most finite resource that exists in the world. I'm not sure about that. That's a big statement. I'm probably above my pay grade here saying something like that. But certainly we've never found a way to reverse time or get more of it. And so any species that has ever lived has been sort of at the mercy of this clock that's ticking until they expire. And so giving away something like money that a lot of people what would you do with the 10 million? You'd like buy more things or whatever? Like, getting behind something superficial like that, or maybe you could enhance some experiences, like you could have a better vacation with your family, but you can still do something meaningful with your family. So all you're doing is really enhancing the baseline experiences that you have, which to me sounds a bit superficial, at the expense of having the experiences in the first place if you're fucking dead. So I just don't get it. I'm trying to get behind it. I'm trying to be open-minded. I'm really not that open-minded here, but I just don't get behind it. So anyway, those are my thoughts. Like I said, I have fervent thoughts on this video. I don't mean that to be like judgmental or deterring one. I usually don't lay down the hammer, but here I'm laying down the hammer. This is black and white. I want to see the comments below. I will promise to keep an open mind and read through all of them. I would really like to hear what you guys have to say, especially the people that voted no. What is the case for, what can you do with 9.9 million aside from giving it away to charity or like giving it all to your family or whatever? Like, what can you do with the money that would enhance your life such that you're not going to have the 20 years? That's really the question. And if you can't answer that like if there's not a strong, compelling answer to that, I believe we have to vote yes. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this video. I know it was short. Wasn't that short, but anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this video. I know I laid down the hammer, so I appreciate you bearing with me, and share this if you loved it. I would really appreciate that. It would mean a lot to me to help me grow this channel, and thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy. Cheers.